Enter the Dragon Festival! Just over 200 years ago, the Jade Wind changed Cantha forever. After years of struggle, the Dragon Empire rose anew from the ashes of the devastation. To commemorate the rebirth of the Empire of the Dragon and the indomitable spirit of the Canthan people, the Dragon Festival is held every summer at Xingzhei Monastery. All travellers to Cantha are invited to partake in the games, festivities and quests, or just enjoy the wonders of the season. This year's festival runs from Thursday the 28th of June to Sunday, July the 1st, and features a visit from the Emperor himself. That's from the official website. However, Stefan Lopresti says, Emperor Kisu no longer gives hats to those who bring him victory tokens during the finale event. Instead, you can get the festival hats via Supply Master Kagno after completing the quest offered by noblewoman Sun Li by offering her 250 victory tokens throughout the entire duration of the festival and until 1 week after the end of the festival on July 10th. There is no new festival mask. The Mirthal Dragon mask is last year's mask and is available like any other mask. Mask, 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 mask. Yeah, so hi guys, and welcome to another episode. We're back in Guild Wars 1! Any excuse to get back in Guild Wars 1, basically. As I said when we finished Beyond, we'd pretty much finished all of the content in the game. There was the odd thing that we hadn't done. But really, I promised you that if there was ever going to be an update to the game or something that would happen, I would come in and continue doing coverage of it. Of course, when I originally said that, I was still under the impression that all the Beyond stuff would continue to come out and the live team would continue to work. But as you may or may not be aware, the live team, and it may just be because the release is coming so close now, but they've all jumped ship from Guild Wars 1 and everyone is working on Guild Wars 2 at this point. There is a chance, I suppose, that it's only during crunch time for Guild Wars 2 that the live team are over there, and eventually they'll come back to Guild Wars 1 and we will continue to get content. We will find out what happened to Evinia. We will get to go to the Beyond content that's happening in Nightfall. But at the moment that's unannounced and basically nobody's working on this game anymore. As a result, the festivals that usually happen every year throughout the game usually release new festival hats that you can get, and it would be like the main reason for a lot of people to come back into the game after they've finished playing it. And sadly, that's now stopped. There's no more festival hats. They're not even spending the time to put in a new festival hat or make any changes to future festivals as they're coming. So as I just read out loud, there isn't going to be one. However, with that change where there's nothing new, there has been something new, and that's that now, even though there's no new hats that are coming, the old hats are now available to you, one a year pretty much, and that's the way that they're working from now on. So the old hats used to be these exclusive things, and the reason you'd like the festival hats was because they would actually be prestigious after a while. There would be something special and unique and that would point out, hey, I was in the game in 2005 and I've got this unique hat. However, ArenaNet did make the decision, and I'll read out the quote from John Stummy in a minute on the forums, where they basically turned around and said, even though there is this prestige here, the games are so old now that you will have already got all joy out of those prestigious hats that you're ever really going to get to as things start winding down. So to allow like the kleptomaniacs, those are the right word, to allow those guys to actually retrieve hats that they didn't have the chance for before, now you can get those old hats, and you do that by speaking to this person here, noblewoman Sun Li. First, you need to actually participate in the festival just like any other year and get yourself 250 tokens. God, I keep being interrupted while filming this. You need to get 250 tokens, just like you ever would need to. So you do have to go and do that. A very quick, easy way of doing that would be to complete the quest chain, which I've showed in previous years for this festival. The rest of the festival is completely intact. If you want to get the 250 points from doing Roller Beetles or the Dragon Arena, if anyone's even in Dragon Arena, I guess you could go and do that. One nice thing, actually, because there is no hat, the festival is a lot more quiet than it's ever been before. And that does mean that you can play Roller Beetles and actually have a chance at some of the top scores and stuff there. But in any case, I've gone off screen already and got those tokens. So just let me grab them out of my chest. There we go. So we got 250 tokens here, and you're going to trade these out of women. It's a little bit weird because they've added a new NPC with a quest, and you complete the quest by handing in 250 tokens, which gives you then another token basically that you can then trade for your hat. And it just seems really weird. I wonder why you can just trade 250 tokens for a hat straight up. I think it's because they have to make sure you can only do this once on your account, and by enforcing that, it has to be through a quest that you do it. Where the balls is she? Oh, there she is, noblewoman Sun Li. So that's why they've done it like this, but you're going to come over and speak to her. And she will say to you, nothing really fascinating in lore. I get such a swell of pride every year around the Dragon Festival. Our nation has endured so much that we have the opportunity to reenact our triumphs is quite delightful, don't you agree? I can see by your eyes that you aren't yet swept up in the spirit of celebration. By the way, in case you guys don't remember, this is originally to celebrate the Jade Wind and being reborn from it. However, just before Nightfall came out, during Faction's lifespan, the festival got totally attacked by loads of Abaddon's minions, and since then the festival's been about reenacting what happened on that year, so that's a big part of it as well. This was a pain to do in the LP, just to show everything off, it really was. She says, tell you what, go chat with Imperial Guard Han So and Captain Ruijo and see if participating in a few events doesn't light a fire inside. On top of that, if you bring me 250 victory tokens, of which you will get 240 by the way from completing that quest, she'll give you a token for a fantastic festival mask. How does that sound? Yes, so I'm feeling more patriotic already, or sorry, I'm just here to watch the fireworks. Of course you're not here just to watch the fireworks. Nobody comes here to watch the fireworks. Noblewoman suddenly says, wasn't that exhilarating? Yes, it was amazing. As promised, here's a token of appreciation for just helping make this festival memorable. Just like our empire, this celebration would be nothing without the participation of the citizens. Oh, I can see you're eager to get on your festival mask. Fine then, off you go to Imperial Supply Master Cagno. So we'll grab the token. Token's actually a unique icon. Maybe it's a reused one. Arena sometimes of reusing. This is crazy. I found out something. Someone left a comment on Warring Krytos stuff the other day. You know the Lion's Arch Keep? This is crazy. I never knew this. Lion's Arch Keep that became available in Warring Krytos. That was actually available in the early days of the game, like in the beta. That was just a part of Lion's Arch. Lion's Arch was just a much bigger outpost, and you could just wander around up there. So when they actually added it for Warring Krytos, that was them adding back in something that had been taken out of the game for ages, rather than making a whole new area. And I never knew about that, and I regretted not knowing that when we did the LP. So now you guys know. Yeah, pretty crazy. So yeah, once you've grabbed your token, you can come and speak to what's his face over here and pick a mask. Any mask you may pick, whatever you want. You can also get one of these festival grab bags. The grab bags will give you either a party beacon, I'm going to get one of these wrong, a party beacon, some delicious cake, I believe, or some Battle Isles iced tea, each of which will give you, they'll give you enough items so that like 5 of each, and that will mean you actually get 250 points. So theoretically, if you had, I think it's 40 grab bags, you could max one of those titles straight away, which is pretty cool. So that there is quite a lot of points. If you're still trying to catch up on those titles, the grab bags aren't too bad. If you want to be practical rather than getting on a mask that no one's ever going to care about because the game's that old now, just go for the grab bag. But you can choose any mask from a previous year. You can only get one, and you have to wait till next year to choose another one. But if you ever miss one of these years, you can grab it. Turns out I've been here for this year, not this year. That was like I was on a lull from the game. That was like 2007, I think, and I wasn't there for that. Dragon Mask, that was the first one, and then here we've got the Tengu Mask as well. Tengu Mask doesn't actually come from the Dragon Festival, which is what we're in at the moment. The Tengu Mask was only available. It was a festival that ArenaNet put forward that celebrated the peace treaty that had occurred 1 year prior to the launch of the game between humans and Tengu. It was called the Day of the Tengu. It was a one-time only ever event, but the only way you could get into that event was either playing on launch day or by pre-ordering the game and getting early access. And so it was this festival that actually went up on like the very first days that the game was ever available, and it had all these festival quests and stuff, and the mask you'd get from it was the Tengu Mask that until now you could never have. It was like one of the most prestigious items in the game, the Tengu Mask, because just literally you could not have it otherwise. And I can imagine people being a little bit upset now that everyone's got Tengu Mask, but then again, the game's dying. So really, this is what I'm going to pick just because it's so rare. And I've wanted one for so long. It's quite cool looking as well. And there was literally no chance. Nightfall had an equivalent as well, which I'm sure I'll talk about at Halloween. But anyway, to the dialogue. To those who have honoured Cantha and its history by participating in reenactments, I am authorised to give these resplendent masks and rewards. 1 token gets you 1 prize. Have you spoken with Noblewoman Sun Li this year? Yes, we have. That's where we got the token from. If you've got your token, I should warn you, I don't know what festival masks you've already acquired. Perhaps Ludor could help you look through your closet. Once you're absolutely sure which mask you want, then go ahead and take your pick. I think Ludor should be written in green there, really. So this is a warning. They're in the game. Once you've got a festival hat, you can register them with another character called the Festival Hat Maker somewhere over there. Well, we'll go find him in a minute, called Ludor. And there's loads of them in loads of different outposts. But basically, once you have registered that with one of those characters, it is permanently unlocked for your account, and you can continuously recreate them for like 10 gold, a ridiculously low amount of money. So you can now go to that guy and find out what you've got already. Don't waste your token, for example, getting an Imperial Dragon Mask if you've already got one, like I have. That would just be a massive waste. So that's why they've given you this here in red, just to be careful. But a Tengu Mask, if you guys are one of the like early players of Guild Wars and you haven't played for a long time, but you've always wanted a Tengu Mask, or you've known how rare these kind of things are, this is your chance. You can finally get one. And this same system is now going to be happening for all future festivals, it would seem, which doesn't point to to seem like the live team ever are going to come back, does it? But they might come back for Guild Wars Beyond at the very least, which is interesting. So there you go. There's the Tengu Mask. Might not look amazing, but don't forget, this was like just a mask that was created ages ago, back when they first released factions, so they hadn't made very exotic looking armor or stuff, but it's still pretty cool. It is dyeable. Magical Mike was talking to me about it, so apparently only dyes the back though in colour. Do I have any dye on me? I won't have any dye, will I? Of course I won't. I still got so much crap in my inventory. Look at all this left over from the LP. It's ridiculous. Ah, my old helmet. My old helmet. Yeah, let's hide that. Yeah, that's my first helmet, guys. Well, one of the first helmets. That was the first max level helmet I ever got. That's nuts. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, that's what's going on with the festival this year and future festivals. I might do one more if the same thing's happening in Halloween, and I will be keeping an eye out for anything new that comes out. Another update that happened recently that I do feel the need to talk to you guys about is Alliance Battles. They've like doubled the amount of stuff you get for it. So it's actually, Alliance Battles was dying, as far as I'm aware, for a long time, and the format was just pretty much gone. But quite recently they have had an update where they've like ramped up the amount of Imperial faction and Balthazar faction and stuff you get in Alliance Battles. So I haven't checked for myself, but I hope that the formats come back alive. And if you're missing that or a bit nostalgic about old Alliance Battle stuff, I know I'm getting to that point. It's actually more worth it these days in games because it gives you so much more points. Those titles, the reputation ones, I had a lot of titles in this game, but I chose to go for Grandmaster Treasure Hunter instead of the reputation titles with the Kurziks and Luxons. So actually I could in theory go back to AB, so I probably won't though. But there you go. So we'll show this guy a new hat. Look at my Tengu Mask, and we've got it unlocked. So there you go. By the way, if anyone's curious, I don't have all the hats. I've got a fair few hats. I've got all these. So Tengu Mask is now probably my rarest one, definitely. The other one, the Nightfall one, is like a witch's hat, which is so cool. But yeah, it was the same situation. It wasn't a unique festival, but Nightfall came out at Halloween, and you could only participate in Nightfall Halloween if you were an early buyer of the game, which I wasn't. I was a very early buyer, but not that early. But yeah, so there you go, guys. That's what's going on with the festival this year. If you are curious about the Dragon Festival in general, I have done... Wait, why do I feel like I've already done this festival twice before? I've definitely done full coverage of everything available in this festival and all the quests at least once. You'll find them in the festivals playlist on my channel. Otherwise, thanks very much for watching, guys. Guild Wars 2 Daily, Guild Wars 2 Countdown, Lore Summary, blah, 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 will all be coming out as usual. And I guess I'll see you in Guild Wars 1 again at some point in the future. Yeah, have a nice day. I'll catch you next time. I was supposed to wave goodbye there, but it didn't work. There we go. See you next time, everyone. Oh, I do love the Tengu. What a great mask. What a great mask. I'm so happy I finally got this.